It was during the later 1970s that retired public school employees and lay staff were handling the administration and teaching at Mount Carmel School, and the influence of the earlier original Mercedarian missionaries of Biarritz was beginning to wane. Monsignor Camacho, seeing that the school was in need of more traditional Catholic or parochial teaching by trained sisters and priests, asked for the assistance of the School Sisters of Notre Dame in Guam to come to the school and teach. In November of 1979, Polly Arnold suffered a massive stroke and was sent off island for treatment. He would remain in a nursing home for Capuchins until his last days. And in 1981, the school saw the return of Sister Mary Louise to become the elementary school principal. In 1985, Monsignor Camacho became a bishop. Mount Carmel Parish and all the other Catholic churches in the Northern Mariana Islands finally had their own bishop. As a result of this, the same year, Rome bestowed the honor on the parish of Chalancanoa to become a diocese of its own. No longer a parochial or parish school, Mount Carmel was now able to run differently. Until this time, Mount Carmel School had always run under the Archdiocese of Guam. Now it would be run independently of Guam and would be under the Board of Education of the new Diocese of Chalancanoa and would be directly responsible to Bishop Camacho. During the late 80s and early 90s, still finding it difficult to find sisters to run and manage the school, Bishop Camacho continued to turn to lay staff and retired public school teachers and administrators to keep the school going. The unfortunate aspect of those years was that Mount Carmel School saw as many as 8 transition of principals and eventually school superintendent position changes. After so long under the revolving leadership of lay staff, Mount Carmel School had become run more like a public school than a Catholic education institution. Through the life of the school, it had always had good intentions, but now, more than ever, there needed to be something more. At that same time, the economy of the islands grew, and the financial pressure on the school required major increases in tuition. From 1990 to 1992, tuition costs for students jumped dramatically, but it seemed as if the quality of education combined with the high turnover rate of faculty and staff had clearly not kept up with the increase in tuition, and enrollment in the elite school fell sharply, causing even more problems. In 1990, despite troubles at the school, the people of the Marianas, especially those with ties to Mount Carmel School, donated enough money to bring Father Arnold out to Saipan for what would be his last visit to the place and people that he loved so much. During a Mass to celebrate his homecoming, Bishop Camacho, on behalf of the Archdiocese, expressed a sincere Undunkaluna Jesus Maasi to the beloved Capuchin Franciscan friar who had given so much of his life for the benefit of the people of the Northern Mariana Islands. In December 1993, at 80 years old, Polly Arnold passed away.
Father Arnold, when we first came out here, was a fantastic man. We all loved him. People loved him. He was a person's person. He was, if somebody was missing, like the young lady I told you, Father Arnold, my son, something happened, he didn't come home. Father Arnold would spend the whole night. And Father Arnold, my daughter, something happened, she didn't come home. He'd go and look for her. Spend a night, 2 nights, whatever was needed. And he'd find the girl at the friend's home, afraid to go home because maybe Mama was angry with her daddy and she was afraid or he was afraid. So Father Arnold, I think, gave himself 100% to his people. We admired him for all that he did for his people. He really gave himself 100%. And when he was brought back here, I think Joe Ten brought him back. He was so thrilled. Oh, he wanted to die here. But it was impossible because of the care that he needed. But he loved his people.
Meanwhile, financial troubles and growing pains continued at Mount Carmel School, and nobody knew what was going to happen to the Northern Mariana Islands' only Catholic school next. If typhoons couldn't break the spirit of the school, would it be brought down by economics?
The years go by, but we still remember you, from the class of 1991. Congratulations, Mount Carmel School, on your 50th anniversary from the Dela Cruz family. Happy 50th Golden Anniversary, Mount Carmel School, from your friends at Megabyte. Happy 50th Golden Jubilee, Mount Carmel School, from your friends at the Cabrera Center. In harmony, we endeavor towards excellence. Thank you, Mount Carmel School, from the class of 1977.